ballin'. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Yeah, ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike's 57, 57's Mike. You must be dreaming.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there first quarter.
Yeah, help me out because we watched tape together before this game. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill the plays?
Like
it certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
57.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Carl Lawson. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 20th. Touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. 82. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You got nothing today. Hey, Alpha.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Intended receiver. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check. Check out.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready, set, 2. Mike 52. He's scared.
2nd and 14. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check, crunch. Ready.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Switch.
Now Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they run with Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey,
Mixon with a first down carry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Mixon with it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 47-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On the run, it's Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Love. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
On the set. 53's mark. Check. 53's mark. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Under 10. Under 10.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, set. 60, Pittsburgh. Check, 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 check. Say.
On first down, Mixon. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let happen.
On the toss, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Mixon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
No, check that. We're right 52 right here.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll run with Sanders, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Once again with Sanders. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. This is caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll run with Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
We got 4. We got 4. Watch safety 3.
This is Mixon.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 50,
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He can't get it down. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Bernard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60, orange. Watch the pass. Shoot, watch the shoot. Let's go.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here's Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So an important try here from Matt Bryant from the right hash. This from 33. And Bryant's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down.
Let's go, let's do it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. Sweetie! It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, 74. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go, defense. Go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 57's the mic.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set, ready. 70 in. Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Right back to him on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running left, it's Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Nixon will try the right side. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Mixon. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now 13. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So this one in the win column now for the...
Let me find out my team ballin'. You look like you need a time